All right, man, welcome to that Synth Show. This is kind of cool, man. We just dropped this the other day and suddenly Behringer said, you know what? Let's get it out there for a cool price of $199. Can you believe that? As usual, Behringer bringing us exactly what the people want. And I'm coming for you, Weaver Beats, because I got a bone to pick for you. But that's later. So the Behringer Synthcussion SY-1. Let's go check out the hype video and we'll talk about it. Let's go, baby, with that Synth Show. All right, man, like the people say, the Behringer math says when you see the Behringer boxes on the pallets, Behringer math says it's 6 months before it gets into the stores. But it looks like this one might be getting in a little quicker, so maybe they're using multiplication instead of addition this time. But let's go check out the Behringer video real quick. Right over here from Patchdog, you know we already subscribe, we always like. Let's check it out on the big screen. Analog drum and percussion synthesizer. This is one of the most sought after synths. It's old school. You can barely pick one up. Actually, if we just jump real quick over here, look at this. You go on Reverb, there's like 8 of them. Okay? And you're ranging from $1,000 to $3,000 to $2,000 to, you know, cheap. What's the cheapest? $900, and that thing doesn't work. You know it and I know it. Boom, Behringer always bringing the awesome videos.
So one of the hidden gems of 90s techno production and a drum synth classic from the late 70s finally makes it to the Eurorack semi-modular format. Introducing Synthcussion SY-1. So the Synthcussion SY-1 is an authentic reproduction of the original 1979 Synthcussion drum synth manufactured by the acoustic drum kit brand Pearl. A brand you wouldn't typically associate with synthesizers. It came at a point when synth-based music was just starting to gain a more...
The question is anybody from Pearl working with Behringer? Because we know they hire the heavy hitters, man, to work on these beautiful things. And if you've noticed, the modules, like I always say, Behringer has got the system down. And we're not talking about innovation when it comes to making synthesizers. We're talking innovation when it comes to reincarnating legends. That's what he's doing. A little bit of that white magic.
Mainstream audience. And with the success of electronic drum systems like the Simmons SDS3, the more established drum brands decided to get into the burgeoning market. And the original Synthcussions actually came with 2 drums used to trigger the synth, since the product was targeted solely for drummers.
All right, Behringer, give us the drums. Put the drums out too, man. Wouldn't that be cool if they released a special edition drum set, MIDI drum, 2 of them?
Looking to top up their acoustic drum kits with some futuristic synth percussion. Some of the early adopters of the Synthcussion were OMD, Soft Cell, and New Order. But as music technology evolved and the futuristic sounds of the 80s fell out of fashion, so too did the drummer synths. And much like the now iconic 808s and 303s, they ended up in second-hand stores being sold for a tiny fraction of the original cost, catching the eye of the next generation of electronic producers who snapped them up at bargain prices and began using them in completely new creative ways. With perhaps one of the most famous examples being Aphex Twin, a longtime user of the Synthcussion right from his early groundbreaking
Ben Jordan's favorite band
albums of the 90s to his most recent. Okay, so now let's take a look at the synth itself, and we'll focus on one channel since both channels are the same.
2 channels, you can get some wild and crazy sounds with this, man. I'm very excited. This Alex Ball's got an awesome video where he demos the original.
So looking at the sliders, you've got a control for tune.
Ooh, trigger button, nice. I was wondering how they were going to do that.
A control for decay.
Come on, Weaver Beats, the guy who only uses VSTs and DAWs is knocking on Behringer, the king of hardware. Come on, Weaver, baby, get on board, man, with the Behringer Bros. Shocking, man, that video you did this morning. I'm going to address that later.
There's the width control, which is simply a low-pass filter. Then you've got an upward and downward pitch modulator with speed and range controls.
Cool, man.
Got a nice simple LFO which can go into audio rates with a speed and depth control.
You got two of these, don't forget. 2 lanes. 2 channels, sorry. Man, come on.
And you've also got a nifty little sample and hold here to get random pitch.
I'm telling you, pair this up with the BARP 2600, the Behringer 2600, or the new coming out Model 15. The beautiful thing about this is all the gear the Behringer comes out with always got enough patch points where you can link everything together. It's amazing. How dare you, Weaver? How dare you, man? Ooh, the Hall of Fame 2-pedal. I don't know, if you love this crazy style stuff, man, you're gonna love the Synthcussion SY-1, man. You're gonna love it. And for $199, how can you not love this thing? You could pick this up for nothing. This is the beauty, man. You're getting real deal hardware. Someone says this is made cheaply. It's made at an affordable price, but the product ain't cheap, man. I got a bunch of them here. They don't feel cheap. The knobs sometimes feel a little cheap, but come on, man. You can go to Alibaba and pick up a bag of knobs for like $5 for 3,000 knobs. Ask Echo about it. All right, let's check this out. Oscillator jam.
And then C is a mix of 2 oscillators with a low and a high octave. Then D is again a 2 oscillator mix, but with a sweep dependent on the trigger strength rather than the sweep setting. E is 2 oscillator FM with added noise. And finally, you have E, which is just pure noise.
Sweet. Deadly little jam, man. I'll tell you what, you get the idea. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I'll throw the video down the links. You can go check out Patchdog. Patchdog is probably up there as the top 1 demo man in the business, and it's a tie. We got we got Nick Batt, we got Daniel Fisher, and we got Patchstock, baby. That's my top 3 demo men in the game. Absolutely fantastic video, $199. You can't beat that price. They're also coming out with the Enigma, the Buchla easel clone. And I mean, how are you gonna beat this thing? Like I said, Weaver Beats, I'm coming for you, baby, in a good way. I love your show, I love your channel. But man, sometimes you gotta hold your feet to the fire when you're getting all a little light in the loafers. Aggravated about Behringer, a company that's given the everyman, man. Giving the everyman, the working man, the blue collar man, the ability to make some bleeps and bloops and bops and beeps. All right, baby, that's that synth show. Synthcussion coming to you soon. $109 straight from Uli's Castle, baby. We love it. Let's go with that synth show. Slow, slow.